Are you a hustler who's been looking for a podcast that dives into the minds of the relentless hustlers, the game changers, and the unapologetic leaders who've conquered the business world? This is Pushing the Bar, where success isn't just a destination, it's a journey. We'll get into the minds of the relentless hustlers. You're about to get the real and raw truth about the highs, lows, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the entrepreneurial battlefield. You know, the place where dreams clash with reality and success is earned, not given. Sean has been in the trenches, from a Verizon wireless salesman to building a damn tech empire worth millions.
Damn!
He's seen it all and lived to tell the tale. No sugar-coated fluffy crap here. Just raw, real-world advice served straight up. We're pushing the bar because success, it ain't gonna push itself. Now, here's Sean Torres.
What's up, everybody? Sean Torres coming here today on a Mindset Monday. Something new we're trying to put together to release some more content on just a way to get ourselves prepared for the week and ready to crush it and get after it and create some success for ourselves. I was going through online last week and just kind of looking at some different things from a motivational perspective. And I had this, saying or meme or whatever you want to call them pop up. And I thought it was kind of comical. Have you ever heard a crackhead say, "I have no money, I'm not going to smoke today. They always find a way. Are you going to let a crackhead out hustle you today?" And when I saw this, I kind of sat back and really thought about it and was like, man, it's so true. If they can find a way to get, what they need, why can't we as individuals, especially in the sales game, find what we need to get results? And, I've been in sales my entire career and I'm super passionate about it. And I kind of laugh when, these people make excuses or different things of why they can't get to what they want out of life. And it's really not that difficult if you're willing to put your mindset to it and work at it each day and not really make it an option. It's kind of like, going to the gym. If you make it part of your life and your routine, you're going to go. If you make eating healthy a part of your routine and you stay consistent on that, you're going to win there. And so many people, from my perspective, let mindset stop them from doing what they need to do. And, they make excuses or they want to blame 1,000 other things rather than just get after it. And it may be harder and it's probably going to be hard and it should be. And if it is, it's worth doing. So, get off your high horse, do what you got to do and go get it done. I've seen too many people in the business space make excuses on why they can't grow their business or why they can't do, fire this person or hire this person, or why can't they afford this or whatever it may be. And I think it's too much of an ability to say what you can't do rather than what you can do. I grew up my entire life with my father telling me where there's a will, there's a way. And I think that the word "I can't" should not live in your vocabulary. Now, don't be an idiot and say that I'm going to find a will to be a NBA basketball player and you're 5'4" and can't shoot a damn ball. So there are limitations that we all have as individuals. But I think that if you're willing to work towards something, you can get what you want out of it. And so many people give up too easily and they're just not willing to put the work in. And, I've had so many friends that say they want to be an entrepreneur and they don't take the leap of faith and they want to work their, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever their job is, and focus on, the business part-time. And then they don't make time for it and they don't go grind and they put in their 8 hours in their job, and then they don't want to go put another 8 hours in because they're tired and they're burnt. But unfortunately, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to put 16-hour days in, especially in the beginning. So I think as a young sales professional, you're going to work harder in the beginning stages than any new company you're working with, because you're building pipeline. The same as if you're making a shift and change in your business. It's going to be hard. Change is difficult. You have to adapt to it. But again, if you're willing to adapt to the change and put the effort in on the other side, you will get results. Because I do believe that business in general, and I think it's just life in general, has you get what you put in, and whatever. Sometimes you have to put a little more to get more of a return out. And so many people today want it to be easy. They don't want to get out there and hustle and grind and just put their nose down. And I think it's a problem in the society we live in today. People are soft. They don't want to have this mindset of just getting in and getting after it. And if some crackhead can get out there and find a way, whether if it's they're doing it the wrong way, right, but they're finding a way to get to their result, you as an individual can get out there and put effort and energy into something and get a return. Rather that if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur inside of an organization and working towards growing as an individual and being a better professional, that's how you do it. If you look at professional athletes, right, you hear me say this time and time again, they know their stats, they know where they need improvement, and they put work in at it every single day. They don't just show up to the game on Sunday and think that they're going to just perform. No, they have to put work in. And when you take talent and put it alongside of work ethic, a lot can come of it. I can tell you in my early days as a young entrepreneur, I put a lot of time and energy into this, and it took a very long time. I still put a lot of time and energy into what I'm doing every single day, and the results aren't happening overnight, and they won't. And I've been there before, and you want to force it, but you can't force it. You just have to put your head down and focus on the long-term objectives, because it is a marathon and it's not a sprint, even though you will be sprinting a lot, and that's okay, because you should be. And that's where that grind comes from. And I see too many young entrepreneurs open up a business and they start getting some sort of success, and then they kind of flake out. And the reason they flake out is because the grind doesn't have to be there like it was. And I get that. I've done that to myself. I think part of some of the success that I've done in my world is I constantly feel as if I'm failing. And that 2% of time that I'm feeling like I'm winning, it goes away real quick, and I'll start over again and just continue to push and grow. And I think that we need to do that as individuals, not just, if you're a CEO or an owner of a company, why are you not pushing hard and putting effort into what you're doing? Whether if you're a help desk person, a barber, it doesn't matter. You should want to be the best damn, barber that there is. And how do you do that? You don't do that by just cutting hair. You do that by putting a lot of extra energy and effort into your craft and what you do, and continuously learning, continuously grinding and understanding new trends and where things are headed. And you just grind. And I think that any successful individual you ever meet, I know the majority of the ones that I'm friends with today, they're all grinders. They work their asses off. They get up every single day, even though they don't have to. I choose to come to work every day, and I choose to want to do this and grind it every day, because if you don't appreciate the grind and you don't enjoy that, it can make it a challenge. So you have to enjoy it. You have to like it. It's kind of like dieting. If you want to lose weight, you're going to get uncomfortable. You're going to feel hungry. You're supposed to. That's literally your body telling you that it's time to eat. But, just like anything else, if you want to lose it, you have to, consume less than you burn. So it's quite simple. It's, I guess, the opposite in the business perspective is if you have to put in a lot to not get a lot of return in the beginning stages, but over time, those small improvements and that small effort will naturally change the trajectory of your career. And too many times we go jump because it got tough. And again, don't jump when it gets tough. I've watched several individuals burn out here in my own organization just from grinding. And you're going to burn, and it's part of it. Deal with it. Life can be a burn. It's not easy. Do you quit when life gets hard? I mean, do you really have an option? No. Some do, but why would you stop pushing when it gets hard? Just focus, and sometimes a quick reset is beneficial. But I also think that too many times we as individuals just stop and we pivot, and the reason we pivoted is because it got hard. And next thing you know, you're constantly starting over, and you're never getting traction, and you're never getting anywhere because of that constant pivot. Look, there were times in the beginning stages of building this organization that I wanted to pivot. Sure, it got uncomfortable, it got hard. It's still like that today, even though we're seeing a ton of success. But at the end of the day, I put my head down and I just grind towards the ultimate objective and what we're trying to do, and trying to building something special. And I think that's what you need to do, is you need to have that vision board. You need to have that ability to look at what 5 years looks like down the line, and how much energy and effort you're putting into it. And I think measuring that in quarterly components is critical. You won't move, mountains in a month. You're probably not going to move mountains in a year. But what you can do is you can scale a little bit at a time and have the plateaus of success at hit, and you're going to hit a ceiling. And at some point when you hit that ceiling, you just got to push through that ceiling. And sometimes pushing through that ceiling is difficult. And I think that's where I've watched a lot of sales professionals hit, is they start building pipeline, they start building the deals coming in. And the next thing you know, it gets comfortable. They're hitting that ceiling of amount of workload that they can handle, and they stop prospecting. And then next thing you know, all of these deals come in and close, and you have a great quarter or a great month. And then next thing you know, now you're suffering for the next, 90 to 180 days trying to build more pipeline because you lost focus. And again, you're going to hit that ceiling, and it's going to get hard, and you got to push again. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that if you blend your quadrants of what you're going to work on, and when it comes to that, and stay focused on those things, and you only have so much time in your day, and you have to make time for each individual component, you just work towards those things. And again, if a crackhead can get out there and find his way to get his smoke, are you going to let a crackhead outgrind you in what you want out of where you're trying to go? And if you can't focus on those things, I think it's time to take that, mirror and look at it and get an understanding of what you want, and are you willing to put in the energy and effort of what you're trying to get out of it. Everybody wants to be successful. I don't think anybody wakes up in a day and says, I don't want to be successful. I think the biggest thing that I see is a lot of people do not have what it takes because they are not willing to absorb the grit that it takes to create true success. And that's a problem, and sometimes you just got to face the facts, and it's reality. And you got to be willing to put in what you want to get in out of it. And I can tell you just from proven success in my world is that I get up every single day, I work my ass off, and I'm going to continue to push. There's a lot of people in this organization that come in every day, that work their ass off, and they grind. And that's the ones that you're seeing succeed. And they don't bitch about it. They don't complain about it. They just do what's necessary to get it done. And some people, it's easier than others, and that's okay. You're going to have things in life that it come easier to some people, and sometimes it's not going to come as easy to you. But I will tell you this, when you do get there and you do get the success that you're trying to get, it feels that much better for what you did. And you can look back at that journey and understand what you were putting together and what the outcomes that came out of it. So again, I think it's exceptionally important I don't know if all you saw my post come out last week about picking up the phone. It makes you money. Taylor put together some decals for me, and we put some things out in the organization that help people understand that it is okay to pick this up and it will make you money. So if you're a sales professional and you're not picking that device up every single day and reaching out to your prospects and meeting new people, you are doing yourself disjustice and you will not be successful. If you want to be successful, pick the damn thing up and work and grind, and you will be successful. That you have no option but to be successful if you just get out there and do it every single day. I hope that this resonates with some folks that are out there, and we hope that this Mindset Monday is going to motivate you. And we plan on doing these week after week and putting this new content out to get the motivation going. Again, the best piece of advice that I can give anyone out there looking to be successful, again, rather if you're an entrepreneur, whatever it may be, put some effort into it, and just remember, there's a factual statement that Ricky Torres taught me at a very young age, and it's that if there's a will, there's a way. So put your will in, find your way, and let's all, crush these goals and create some success for each other. We're going into 2024. We got a new year. Let's crush it. If you haven't set your goals, it's not too late. Put your goals down and start working towards them every single day and get 1% better each day. Again, we appreciate y'all listening. Sean Torres, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Y'all have a great week, and we look forward to crushing our goals.